Good morning, it is Friday. Just finished putting the details on the video that I've got coming out later on today. It's number 14 on the top 20 car boot sale list, Stickney. It's a good one. Yeah, that's all ready to go. Just need to do the thumbnail for that. Got an idea in mind, so I'll do that a little bit later on. Everything else is ready to go. Started editing my next one already. And let's have a look at what we've got going out today. Yeah, I've done £941 in the last 7 days. That's definitely a good increase. It doesn't tell me the percentage increase there like it usually would do. Or does it not do that for 7 days, only for 31 on here? I'm not too sure, but it's definitely, you can see there in the last 31 days, it's a 13.9% increase. But the last 7 days, you know, going on 1,000, that's good. If we can kind of reach that every week, then that's where we want to be, really. But right there you can see that's how much I've sold since Wednesday. I've got £357.48 worth of goods going out. Let's go grab them.
Fylde flips.
Before we pick the orders, let's have a quick look at some of the things that I listed yesterday. This is not everything. I've already put a few things away, but this is like the last things I did yesterday. I didn't do a huge amount yesterday. We will fill in the momentum board as well, Wednesday and Thursday, in a short while. We need to be getting about £100 a day if we're going to reach our £3,000 target. I do think that's quite low, but it's the first time I've done it. I'm just like, yeah, I might end up raising that up as we go through the month. We'll see. But for now, at least £100 a day is the target. I've photographed these, not listed them yet. I've listed all of these. So most of these are these key rings. I've got, what, 22? Yeah, no, 24 of these. And I'm coming in at a £5 each plus postage, which is like the lowest out there for these. So at least to begin with, get the ball rolling on them. They're good little, like another thing they'd be good for is sticking in with a card, like a Christmas card. Like they're thin enough to do that. Don't know if it'd still be classed as a letter, regular letter of Royal Mail. It'd probably be a large letter, but still, it's an idea. What do you call these? What do you call them? I call them Russian dolls, but babushka dolls, and there's another name, actually I can never remember, begins with an M, I think. Is babushka doll an Australian thing? I'm not sure. That's purely off Tim Minchin. Anybody understand what I mean when I say that? If not, don't worry. Okay, so 3 items I've sold I have already picked because they were upstairs in the spare room. Got a set of these for £3.50. This is the second to last set. I do have some like random singles of these as well, but no more full sets. I don't think I'd bother selling them unless they were a full set. That's almost the end of these. The rest I will bulk lot up in one big listing, along with some others I think, and just sell them off. Got to that stage now with them. They've done well. I did start like recording how much they were making in the early days, and eventually I kind of just stopped doing it. But I was well into the profit when I stopped, and that was like over 2 years ago when I stopped recording it. So yeah, you know, a lot of people say, oh, there's no money in McDonald's toys, and you're right, you know, for the most part there's not. But when you can get such a large bulk lot like I did that time, I think it would be like a once in a lifetime thing. Like the quantity I got on that occasion and the cheap price that I got, I'd never get such a cheap price from a charity shop these days on the lot. She actually approached me and was like, you know, you interested in these? And I took one look and I was like, yeah. And then I think I bought a second big lot from the same charity but a different shop, if I remember rightly, like a few weeks later. And there was some really good stuff in there. There was some higher value McDonald's toys amongst it. Some really good bundles that went early on. And then the not so great stuff that still ticks along in the background. I think it's worth it, otherwise I wouldn't bother doing it, you know what I mean? Some people might have just bulk lot the whole lot and let somebody else take care of it. But I chose not to. I chose to go the long route on them, and I stand by that decision. I think it was the right way to go with them. And the other thing is these for £19.99, New Scientist magazines. I got these as part of a bulk lot of magazines back in January, and this is the last lot to go 20 quid. Some of the other stuff's been quite good. Some astronomy magazines, amongst others, were probably the best ones. And then this was upstairs. This is the second one of these. I had it up at 60. I sold it for 45. I sent an offer out at 45 and they accepted. And this one, like the first one I had, so I got 3 of these from a car boot sale. 2 are boxed, 1 is just in its polystyrene. So when I came to test them, one of them fully working, completely fully working throughout. It makes sound, it sings, mouth moves. He like kind of goes up like that. I'll maybe stick a little video in here so you can see. Lights up in that. The second one, this one, everything works apart from this guy doesn't, like his, I mean, he barely did anything anyway, to be honest. But that's like slightly moves as the mouth organ harmonica plays during the song. That's all it does. So apart from that, it's perfect working order. I say perfect working order. I've not put it up to a phone line and done any of that, and I'll put that in the listing. I don't expect that anyone's actually going to hook it up to a phone line. Would it work or not? I really don't know. But I can't imagine anyone actually doing that. It's just a very cool display piece. Some Tupperware right at the back. Let's go get that first. It's only gone for £6.50 plus postage, but she said she only actually wanted one of them, and I'm like, I don't split this stuff. I'm not going to split it, but I'll do you a good price on it. I think these should have lids, but I'm not sure now, looking at them again. Maybe this is how they're supposed to be. Not sure. Oh, next. This is a good one, for one reason only. Let's go to America, this one. I'll show you, 1 second. My internet seems to be a lot better in here today. I've not done anything. It just seems to be a lot better. These Pyrex, they're nice, them, aren't they? Actually, they're not Pyrex. They're not Pyrex. They're called Phoenix Sprayware, but it's similar to Pyrex. Look at the colours on them. I really like them. So I picked them up a while back now. It must have been a year, I reckon now. But I have actually sold them once before. They got them and they just opened a return saying they didn't want them anymore. That was it. No reason given. Got them back. Half expected them for there to be something missing or look used or something, but they weren't. They were fine. So I don't know what they were expecting, but I mean, they're not perfect, and maybe that was it. Maybe they hadn't read the description, looked at the photographs properly. But yeah, £45 on these, and the reason why they're so good is, and I don't do this very often, they're already boxed. Hey. No packaging needed on them. They're really, really well packaged in there. I've packaged them, you know, as though they're going abroad, so I don't need to add anything else to it. They are perfect. Anybody for some throw burrito? There it is. Glad to get it out of the way. To say, it's very securely packaged, clearly marked fragile, and going all the way over to the USA. Again, my sales to abroad are continuing. I've kind of reevaluated. I think it's more like about 30%. I think I said 40% in my last video, but it's more like about 30%. But that's still a lot. Like, weeks and months gone by, might not sell anything abroad on the average week. So I don't know. Don't know what the answer is, or if there even is one. Next is this. I got £4.99 for this. It's from the 80s. It's a vintage Wilbur and Friends Get Well Soon plush. Now this has really seen better days. And this was actually my sister's. She loved this thing. It was still at my dad's house, and when we cleared my dad's house, she didn't want it. There was a lot of stuff she didn't want, things like that, a little bit. Same with my brother. Whereas I struggled to throw anything away. They didn't care. They just wanted to. They kept a few bits, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it, you know, they just wanted to get rid of. And this, I was reluctant to even sell it due to the condition. It's just very well loved. I remember it from my childhood. So it wasn't mine, it was my sister's. But I listed it it was listed for a good 6 months at least and had no interest, and I thought I'll just I won't bother with it, I'll just get rid of it at this point. But I refound it when I was sorting through the room upstairs, and I thought I'll give it one last go. I couldn't bring myself to throw it away, especially when it was something that was in, you know, from my childhood, even if it wasn't mine. But I figured somebody out there might want it. Listed it up, because even if I sent it to a charity shop, I'm not sure if they would actually see any value in this, and it'd probably end up in the bin. So that was the other thing. I was like, oh, well, I could send it to a charity, but I don't think they would have bothered with it. I just don't. So I got lots of photographs, you know, clearly made sure the condition was apparent. At $4.99 plus postage, I'm just more happy that it's going to somebody out there who maybe collects these things, because I think there are a few people who collect this particular range. So there's all sorts of different ones of these they used to do. Anybody remember these? So we have 2 more Warhammer lots that have gone. These, I had them up at $29.99 plus postage. Accepted an offer of $25. Again, that $25 is what I thought they would go for, but I thought I'd go a little bit higher just because there didn't seem to be all that many out there. Thought I'd aim high, you know, accept offers and everything. So 25 quid, yeah, that's fine on them. And then the other one was the 71 that was already open, so it's the same as the one I've just shown you, but it's the single magazine without packaging. I had it at $9.99, but it went for £8.50. So let's grab them. So what are we on now? We're on 3 or 4 of these that have sold. I think it's 4. Is it 4? So there's one, that's the 71, 72. And then that is the loose 71. I put it in my own bag. So we still have one more 71, 72 double pack. And a load of others, including all the paint and everything. So there's been a bit of interest in some of it. So there's just 2 items from the ceramic shed today. There's this one, cat cookie jar, went for £21 plus postage. It's just there. Bought this from that church sale. I don't go to many church sales. Was it last? No, I think it was 2 years ago now. So yeah, I've had it a while. Had a lot of interest in it, but I don't know. I thought it was nice when I bought it. Made in Italy. And the last item is this here. Glug Glug Jug, just a little mini one. Paid £1 for this from a boot sale that was on the top 20 boot sales in the country series. There's 22. I was after 25. I think I sent the offer out at 22. They accepted. And for the size of it, that's good. That's good. Some of these do quite well. Some of the more unusual colours can do well if they're vintage and old and made by a decent manufacturer. I've had some really good ones before. But this is more run-of-the-mill box standard, made by Foster's. Little small one, but still nice. Just nice kind of lava glaze or honeycomb glaze. I actually had somebody once who complained that the Glug Glug Jug didn't make the glug glug noise. Yes, that's a thing. This one, cloverleaf table mats, kind of bog standard ones. These, nothing like too special about them really. They're £18 plus postage. I think these were £2. Quite a recent buy. So these are in Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure box. So let's just pull these down. That's quite like that. Yeah, I've got lots of room in these boxes. I just need to get this stuff listed. There's loads of room for it. Gone from here. Nice extra room. Stick it in here. Stick it in here. Or sell it, preferably. They've got a bit of weight to them, these, but I'm pretty sure they're still under 2 kilograms, so they'll go as a raw mail small parcel. I do still send Royal Mail, even though I've threatened to kind of not do many times in the past. I don't know. I feel like they've maybe got a little bit better. Not as many things have been getting lost or damaged recently for me. Could that be because I've been packaging them within an inch of their life? Maybe. But I don't know. I can't say I've had many issues with couriers or Royal Mail recently, which is nice. There's not been many things go wrong. There's always going to be something, stuff getting there late more than anything really, but even that's not been like a massive problem recently. Hopefully that continues into Christmas. I think Royal Mail, I think they've been kind of pressed a bit, haven't they, by the authority, whoever it is, I can't think what they're called, but the authority that regulates the mail services. I think they've been onto them because of like standards dropping a bit, so hopefully, you know, they're better now. Whenever I mention Royal Mail and anything even slightly negative, I tend to get downvotes on the video and people commenting stuff like, it's a bit like the NHS, you can't say anything about the NHS and you can't say anything about Royal Mail, just don't do it. So I'm going to leave it at that. I love them both. I love them both. Next we have this Teletubbies computer mouse mat, $9.99 plus postage. I've had these a while, I've got a couple more of them I think, and I bought them from I bought them from a collectibles shop that no longer exists. I got some really good stuff, such as the Action Man, like new sealed Action Man accessories packs. Do you remember them? And I got some G.I. Joe, like Action Man style figures. They did well. This new sealed, and this makes me think of something that's very niche, but I'll mention it anyway. There's a channel on YouTube called the Jordan Brothers. Now, unless you're into things like kind of like Ren and Stimpy, like Adult Swim, like the kind of maybe a bit of Rick and Morty, you might enjoy their stuff. It's definitely not for kids, very sweary, very adult humour, but I love their videos. They're all quite short, so you know, just go watch a few and see what you think. It's not going to be everyone's thing. Claire doesn't get it; she don't get it, but I do. And there's a Tracy Beaker one. It's just a little comedy shorts, like animated, quite like some would say crudely animated, but I like the style that they're going for. It reminds me of like Ren and Stimpy and that kind of thing. But more rough around the edges, because it's just the two brothers, I think, who do it together and voice everybody as well. But the Tracy Beaker, and that's kind of going viral. I watched it for the first time about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and it had like a few hundred views, maybe like 1,000 or 2, and now it's gone past the 100,000, and that's just on YouTube. I think they're on Instagram and maybe TikTok as well. But yeah, the thing that made me think about it was Teletubbies, because they also do one which I think is my favourite, called, I think it's The Underlings. Now I actually watched the second episode before I watched the first. I say episode again, they're just little shorts. But the first part of the second episode, it makes me laugh, and I rewatch it because it's so funny. I even got my kids to watch it, but like cut out the swearing from it. Just that little bit about the Teletubbies, and they thought it was hilarious as well. You'll have to go watch it. Yeah. Again, it's not going to be everyone's thing, so you know, don't shoot me down if you don't like it. I'd say very sweary, very kind of like crude humour at times, like a bit weird, very weird, but I like it. And there's Kyle and Davey. That's also like my favourite, and that's very like very basic, like animation, but it's just funny. It's funny. It has little bits of comedy from over the last kind of 20 years, or so I feel. That's how it is. They've taken little bits from here and little bits from there, and it's kind of like the voices remind me a bit of the League of Gentlemen some of them. You'll know what I mean if you watch it. Two more things. We got a Spider-Man Marvel annual that I bought for 20p for a boot sale. Maybe shouldn't have bothered, but hey, it's still gone for a fiver, right? It is in People Mover, which is here. I didn't realise it was in there. Is it in here? I didn't put it in here. Maybe Claire put it in here. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Is that it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Ah. I just thought it was pretty cool. You know, it's proper vintage, isn't it? Look at it. It's from the 80s, I think. Or it's very early 90s. No, 1980. And couldn't leave it behind. 20p. And just one more item. That's it. And this is actually from the same shop as these Teletubby mouse mats. This is what it sounds like. K-pop Demon Hunters, anyone? We've watched it so many times. The kids love it. I like it too. It is good. Something about it. They've already started making all the merch. Like, it didn't take long. I said to Claire after like a week after it had come out, I said there will be some merch coming for this, and I bet you they do a range of like ramen or, you know, Korean food of some type. And they did. They did. I knew it was coming. This very cool Matchbox Thunderbird 2 from 1993. It's in the 13 box. Where is it? Oh my lord, it's in the box I was in. And I didn't even realise. That was lucky. There it is. Just a little mini Thunderbird 2 right there. And that, my friends, is that. So I'm going to go get this stuff packaged up. That's not too bad, is it? Need to find a big box for that. But that's really well packaged inside. It's got all polystyrene around it and everything. So I will still float it in a box with like maybe around that amount of packaging, like packaging paper around it, just to keep it safe. These two fragile items here, I'll probably do them and this, and Claire will probably do like the rest in the same amount of time. That's kind of how it tends to go. I'm so happy that these Pyrex style dishes are packaged and going off to America. Yes, so we'll get the board sorted in a little while, but right now I'm going to get the stuff packaged up and then get on with getting some photos done and some listings on. As I say, we'll probably be concentrating on getting the photographs done, so how many listings we'll actually get on, I don't know. What I'll probably do is update this like this evening. I'll come back in here when it's dark after I've kind of done all my listing for the day. Although I tend to list into the evening, but I will probably take a little bit of a break tonight and have a little bit of a rest. So I've just finished the packaging. I'm just adding up what we've listed in the last couple of days. That's something I've unlisted and listed again, so that doesn't count. Same with that. And then that's it. So 137 was 2 days ago, which to be honest is more than I thought. I think I might need to get a new pen. And then let's work out yesterday's. So from yesterday, there's not a huge amount of items, but the value is good for the amount of items. So we've got the Starbucks pins for 15, the Starbucks key rings, 24 of them at a fiver. So what's that? 120. So 120, 135. And then we've got these IKEA dolls that are just behind me up there. You might just be able to see it. I put them up at 80. I don't know. I think I can achieve like close to that if I wait it out, but they may end up going less. But I think 80 is, you know, I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility to get that kind of amount, as long as I wait for the other people who have got them, which is not many, to sell theirs first, and then mine are there, and I will accept an offer if it's reasonable. And then I've got the other set of Russian dolls for 50, and I definitely think that's achievable. So 280, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, so the average per day, I'll just put it here, it used to be 100. And we're still on track for that. We're getting close to the middle of the month, a few days left, but we are definitely on track. And I don't think I'm going to be going to any boot sales this weekend because the weather is trash. Like, it's been raining all day, the sky is like black, and it's predicted rain. It's not just here. I've still got some boot sales in my top 20 boot sale list to do, and it's raining even worse there than it is here, so none of them have been cancelled yet, but I think they will be by the end of today. They're going to start coming out and cancelling them for the Sunday. So it might be a car boot sale free weekend, but that's fine. I've got plenty of stuff to be getting on with. I still got things I want to get done in the shed and upstairs in the spare room, so it's not a problem. I've got lots I can be doing. I don't need to like be scouring the charity shops finding stuff to sell because I've got more than enough. A few months back I bought this from Ready Set Resell over in the US. He did a good price on that for me. Had to spend a lot on postage, but obviously that's not his fault. Looks good next to this. I bought this off George Ross, and I'm not sure where to put it yet, or whether to maybe get it. I'm not going to mount it in like a light box or anything like that, but I think I will get some lighting maybe behind it because I think it'll look kind of cool. But I think I'll have it up in here somewhere, probably on this wall. I've got a few pictures I want to put up on this wall. So it's a bit later on now, and check it out. No more Tupperware stack. Well, it's just here instead. But all this has been photographed, all of it. It's like 85% Tupperware, and then the rest is a few other things that we've done as well. I've got a couple of broomsticks here, got another one inside that lights up, so we're going to do that when it turns dark inside. I've got a chameleon phone. It's chameleon, isn't it? It's not a gecko. I keep getting it wrong. Chameleon phone, the last one, which is better than I thought. It does work, it does move, it does light up. The problem with it, which is I guess quite a bad problem, is that it doesn't stop. So you press the button to demo it and it just keeps going. The music stops, but then the movement keeps going, so it keeps going up, down, and it will keep doing that until you take the batteries out. So most of this, well, all the Tupperware that's here, I've made a little space for it down here where the rest of the Tupperware is. I don't know if I've got enough room. And by the way, all this, we had a bit of a leak. That's why some of this wood looks like this. We had a bit of a leak over the winter, and the roof basically, well, I wouldn't say it came off, but the felt came off, and the water it was like a proper storm, ripped the felt off and poured, and it all came in. It's not just there either. There's a few places where it came in because it ripped off like pretty much this side all the way, and a bit of this side the water got in as well. It's all right now. So we've redid this roof when we did the roof in there. But is that enough space for the Tupperware? It's not going to be, is it? I can probably move these somewhere else. These might go down there. I might do that, but even there, that's still not all that much space. Maybe I can move these somewhere as well and get this room back and have all that Tupperware. Or even these. I don't know, I'll figure it out in a minute. One way or the other, all that Tupperware is going in this kind of corner. There we go. I've somehow managed to fit it all in. I didn't think I was going to, but I have, with a bit of room to spare as well. And I could go down the whole, like, putting smaller things into bigger things and doing all that and making a note of it to save a lot of room. I know that. And I may have to end up doing that if I come across some more Tupperware a bit like soon, but for now, that's alright. One more item that I've not put away yet, because I wanted to show you guys. And see what you think this is. This. I've got my Tupperware ball there as well. That's going to go in the boxes with the toys rather than with the Tupperware. This is Tupperware branded though. What do you reckon this is? I'll open it up because it might give you more of a clue. Okay. Look, it's got this odd little thing. What I do, you tell me, don't cheat, don't use Google image search or anything else, you tell me what you think it is down in the comments and I'll respond back after a few hours or maybe a day of this video going live. I'll let you know what it is, because I wouldn't have guessed it. I could give you a very big clue. In fact, I'll give you that clue. It is made in France, which is all I'm going to say. Yeah, never seen one of these before out there. Didn't even know they did something like this. This base may or may not be original, that's all I'll say, but it seems to fit pretty well. I couldn't find another one out there exactly like this, but this top piece I could. So the bottom piece might not be original, but it does the job. So that's it for Tupperware for now, and I'm glad, because I'm sick of cleaning the stuff at this stage. No more Tupperware for a little while at least. This is a closer look of some of the other bits. A couple of mugs which I had upstairs. Why they're not listed I don't know. Got like a gilded rose. That has a couple of issues, but I only paid £1 for it. These guys are kind of rare. Got George and Peppa Pig. I think I might have mentioned these previously, not sure. Condition issues, and also they're supposed to have like a voice box and neither of them do. So yeah, they don't say anything. I've got a Jägermeister like bar runner, that was mine. Had it up in the spare room back when it was more of a kind of man cave type situation before I had kids. Now, with me making it more of a family friendly area, I thought it's time I let that go. So, I mean, I could have kept it. I've just not got anywhere to put it. It's quite a long thing. This is our old Alexa and a few other little bits as well. That's pretty much it though. So I'm going to head back in, try and get a few listens on before the kids go to bed, and then I'm going to have a little bit of a break this evening. We're going to get a Chinese. We're going to have a couple of drinks while Claire's working in the morning. And we kind of said to ourselves, and I'm saying it now on camera, so I have to kind of abide by this. We've said this is our last kind of bad meal. No more takeaways until Christmas, is what we've said. Although Claire has a little breakaway coming up, so maybe she'll take time off for that, but I'm not. That's it. This is it. I've let myself go a little bit over the last few months. Has anybody noticed? It's okay. It's okay. I know I have. I know. I'm up and down with my weight, and I have been my whole life, and that's just how it is. But I'm going to do my best this time, get back into the running. I've got a bit of a, food plan of what to eat. I think I'm kind of an expert at it by this point. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. I know exactly how to eat well. I just don't know. I don't have the answers, but, it is what it is. I'm going to try again. That's all I can do. Keep going, keep trying, exercise, try and lose a bit of weight before Christmas. Right, let's get inside and get some listing done. Right, so it's basically the end of the day now, just about to put the kids to bed, and I might do a couple more listings, but I probably won't at this point. I've done a few, not too many. I'm going to add them up now off camera. I'll be back with you in a second once I've done so. See how much we can add onto the momentum board. £147 is what we're at, what I've listed, so let's add that on. Still over that, £100 a day, well over it on average. So I would have thought that over Saturday and Sunday I'll be getting quite a few listings up, because I've got loads of photographs, got loads of Tupperware and some other things, a lot of what you can see here. So I'm going to go and grab my Chinese very shortly and have a couple of drinks tonight and just relax a little bit. And then tomorrow I will be getting on with the listings. If anything interesting happens over the weekend, I'll let you guys know. But as it stands, I'll probably see you guys again on Monday morning. If there are any questions that you would like me to answer in one of these videos, then ask down below in the comment section and I will get back to you in a future video. I'm going to leave this one there for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, then please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Go and check out Adventure ASPIN if you could. It'd be much appreciated. That's my other channel. Go check that out. I will catch you in the next one. It's vile! Absolutely vile!